Welcome back to our online sessions. As on our last class we discussed about movement and units of movements. So continuing from that part, today we'll discuss about types of movements. So whenever we go for discussing types of movements, we can classify the movements into two types, on your clockwise movement and another is your anti-clockwise movement. So let us first see what is clockwise movement. See, from the name we can imagine that clockwise, that means in the same direction of a clock, movement of clock. So we can define this movement in this way, that it is the movement of a force whose effect is to turn or rotate the body about the point in the same direction of clock. That means what it means, the movement means there we are applying force, and if for that applying force, if a body tends to move or rotate in a direction same as that of clock, then that type of movement will be considered as a clockwise movement. On the other hand, anti-clockwise. So from the name we can imagine that anti means it is opposite direction of your clock. That means when we apply force and if it creates a rotation or movement in the opposite direction of clock, that time that movement will be considered as your anti-clockwise movements. তার মানে আমি ফোর্সটি অ্যাপ্লাই করার ফলত যদি বস্তুটো ঘড়ির উল্টা দিশত ঘূৰিব লয় তেতিয়াহ'লে এটাক আমি anti-clockwise movement বুলি ক'ম. Okay, to understand this concept, let us consider a model. Let us take reference this model for better understanding. Okay, see here we have created a moment. So moment means we have a reference point and there we have 2 points where we can apply force. Okay, if we apply force in such a conditions for which this body tends to move in this direction, in this way, this moment means same as that of the movement of clock. ঠিক আছে, ঘড়িৰ কটা যেনেকৈ যোনটো দিশত ঘূৰে এই বস্তুটো আমাৰ সেইটো ডিৰেকশ্যনত মুভমেণ্ট কৰি আছে. ঠিক আছে, তো এনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত যোনটো আমি মুভমেণ্ট পাম, দেট মুভমেণ্ট উইল বি কনচিডাৰ্ড এজ ইয়াৰ clockwise movement. আৰু যদি এনেকুৱা হয় যে we have applied force and due to that applied force this body tends to move in this direction, that means this body will tends to move in opposite direction of clock, মানে anti-clockwise movement. এইটো সময়ত আমি যোনটো মুভমেণ্ট পাম, that movement will be called your anti-clockwise